Well, salutations. I just wanted to start with this spinning rainbowification. Makes me really happy when rainbows dance in the room. It's one of the things that kind of pulls me out of the pits, the pity pots, and gets me just focused on rainbows. It's a really good thing to focus on. Like, it helps a lot. I'm telling you to do it more. I don't even know if you can see the rainbows. Like, oh, sure you can. They're dancing all over the room. They're dancing on me. They're dancing on my arms, on my fingers, on my face. I just like that. I got a little cranky because I really wanted to go out and enjoy the sunshine. It's been like negative degrees here, alarmingly cold. Like we had to put little sockies on the feet of our pup and wrap it with tape on Gizmo's feet. Had to, do cautionary just to let him out to pee or do anything. So I really wanted to go out today, and it's like blustering winds, crazy bluster. Don't know if you can see it. Don't know why I keep going into this voice. I just want you to enjoy that. There's some jackass revving his vroom vroom car in the distance, because there always is in this strange little outskirts land that I live. There's a lot of revving going on. So I decided to bring you something sort of lovely-ish and, of the fairy realm, which also exists in my heart, because I've been very, a little hardcore lately, digging into some hardcore things. And so I just wanted you to know that I never give up on rainbows either. Like, I know that they're very important to the soul. I feel it helping me right now. So at me and pay me $20 an hour and I'll teach you how to heal your soul with rainbows. Yeah. Just kidding. Just do it. Just heal yourself with them. Let yourself gaze through them and see what you might see. There's magic in all of us, you and me. There really is. And I wore clippies for you. It's really hurting me. I probably won't be able to do it much longer. I can't lie. I might have to end it soon. It's very uncomfortable indeed. Oh yeah. I like when I can get the rainbow in my mouth. Like it's a groovy party. Now that I've brought attention to it, I just can't do it. I'm telling you guys. These women in the 1950s and 60s and 40s, I think. I don't know how you do this. I actually, please don't steal my idea, but I always wanted to make like comfy clip-ons. Can we do that? Can someone help me start that? I have so many ideas. I want to start them. I want to heal with rainbows. It really is kind of, I think in this moment I've decided a new pursuit. I've decided to further research rainbows because I don't think I know enough yet. I don't think any of us ever do. Were you one of those kids that actually believed there was some leprechaun traction from you to the rainbow? Because I did. I thought for sure they were actually bringing it. So yeah, I just have to go straight up paper reading. I didn't want to miss this light. I think I've told you, y'all out there for this day 54. I hope you adore what it is that I bring you and all the who's its and what fors. I want you to have slivers of magic. You can have it too. Anyone can. We can all have these rainbows right in our hot little hands. I like this though. I'm having a nice time. I had a really groovy time with those crazy rainbows last night. How about that? If you're following me on any kind of like sequential, episodic type track, then yes, that was quite fun. I really just lost myself in it. I had no idea what was on that tape, and that's just such a good feeling. And I was feeling kind of guilty today, and I don't need to explain myself. It's all just feelings, but I'm going to. I'm going to say that little tirade I went on. Like, I just want to... See, I'm going back into that hardcore voice again. I'm trying to be a princess, and then I'm like, okay, y'all, we need to talk. I just want to double clarify that it's like, there are a few people for whom it is totally incommunicado. I have reached, I have beseeched, I have yodel-heed into the distance, and it's nothing. And kind of what my poem I dug up today has a little bit of that twinged in it as well, actually. And it's a hard thing for me to embrace or be cool with, you know? And it's not including the people that, like, yes, I get it. We've been trying to see each other, and it's phone tag, and you're in one city and I'm in another city, or you're here and you have a baby, or you're here and you have school. I get all that stuff. The, like, if you have made any effort at all to even give me the 2 words on the text, we're good. We're so good. But when people just disappear and you've known them for years and years, it's a scary thing. And I just, or just, you know, you don't come into their brain pantry at any time. That's a weird feeling. I am not super cool with it. Oh, I am cool with all these rainbows around the room, though. Oh, sorry, ring light is annoying to look at. But there's just, I don't know. There's so many good dancing rainbows right now. I'm really happy to finally bring you this shot. And I just want to say, for everybody, it's okay. If we can't talk, if that's not in your to-dos, I understand. I forgive you. But I'm just out here being a person, caring about who I care about and what I care about. And so I write poetry about it, and I bring it to you in the form of stories and realness, and see if anybody likes it. And I think a few of you maybe do. So let's keep going. I'm just sprinkling soul bits around the room. You know, just putting the fan on and letting them fly. It's just so cool out, too. I feel like you should hear more of it. Can you hear it? It's really talking out there. And I'm really rainbowing out here. So I'm just kind of like indulging in it, I guess. We'll just do backstory after the fact. I'm just gonna like poetry at you, and then we can backstory after the factsies. How's that, C's? Cool, because I'm digging the vibes and I don't want to lose the light. So I'm just gonna keep it rolling. I'm just gonna keep it rolling. Okay. Yeah, I'm not, I'm so tempted to story, you know me. I'm tempted to give you all the stories first. But I guess I'm just gonna roll with it. This one is called Day 54. I dreamed of greenness for years after. Who will remain when the smoke clears? Dragon tears and years gone by. How wondrous he instructed me to only wish for others. Of course I chose you and hoped out loud for your beaming delight. String of nights packed full of stars as you quiet the Big Apple bars with your voice of destiny's determination. This green-blue hue just doesn't know what to do without you. One kiss sealed the deal. Shade they call teal. For this in a world too wide to grasp. At last, someone to miss me. You took deep in-breaths of my neck nape in the balcony, and I think I could have lived there in that infinity without missing much. Not missing much of the world below, the warmest glow I've known thus far. How do your eyes fit in your head like that? Deepest pools, let me in. Those harbingers of light, shine true. I fret over the lovers and worn shoes on your path, though I can't claim the right to. I see all my suitors wearing clown masks in the wake of your Peter Pans smilin'. And all the whilin' this globe still spins, another day begins with you in the frontal lobe. I did find you in my dream globe the night I let truth spill all over, in the vein of hunter chasing his clover. We were tucked away from everything. The room was my favorite pale yellow, and I asked you again to sing for me, just me, and hold me close, this dangerous dose of longing. But I pay no heed to such suggestions. There's just no question. Moderation has no place in this realm. At the helm of this ship to our secret spot, tight-lipped, we both forget all about the math and logic, language and the names of days. The sun plays tricks on the water. I, the daughter of possibility, you, the son of magic and glee. Wouldn't it be tragic if we ever went back, suited humans and all the charms they lack? Your palm in mine, I could read all the lines, it could feed me just fine, and we'd write home from time to time when we weren't lost in one another. So, stories after. Woo! Can't believe I just let her take a nosedive like that. What a bad friend. I meant to show you that Sure Birthday got a nice tramp stamp, early 2000s tramp stamp of a ring pop. Because that's just like Sure Birthday. There's also a few quite holy things that I brought out to just kind of have around. I don't know, I feel like bringing some holiness to you. So this guy obviously holds quite a bit of energy. It's a selenite, but some kind of rare selenite. Ooh, the rainbows just want to feed it. Ooh, they're just giving it nibbles. They're just giving it nibbles. Wow. Yes, so that's a nice little holy thing, and woo! Brought this bad boy out. Because I just feel like the sunshine is telling me to, so I have to kind of oblige to that. Wow, dogs. The bogs are darking like crazy. The wild dog sounds going on out here, guys. I'm scared. No! Okay, well, we're just going to keep diving into magic because that's pretty scary right now. I'm not going to lie to you. These are floofs. If you ever want to dabble, you definitely need butterfly, milk pod, floofs. Just trust me. This little, come on. We all love the way that feels. We're going to keep it going. We're going to keep the rainbows going, folks. We're not going to let nothing stop us from rainbowing out. Rain Vogue. Yes, this is just a little treasure satchel, an earth satchel, if you will, holding great mystical amethyst yumminess that is also being fed. The rainbows are just gobbling them up like a Mario. Ding, ding, ding. Points. You get it. You see how it works. You got the lesson already. There's your tutorial for the day. Blammo. Tutorial channel here. These two give me some great comfort as well. Just this holding when they like connect to each other in a way. Whew, it's a good feeling. It's good to connect stones, let them connect to each other. I'm gonna sit down eventually. and tell stories and let the rainbows hit me, but I'm liking this part as well. I talk in that poem about, okay, I'll give a little nibbles and drips, snippets. I talk about you could only make wishes for others and dragon tears in years gone by. So there's this man in Hollywood, and I don't know if he's still there. I wonder about this stuff. I'm trying not to curse as my fairy self. It's very hard for, this little Disney princess version of me is trying to just speak eloquently. But this stuff, these things and such keep me up at night, wondering, like, whatever happened and what's happening and what's, just trying to give you a good framing experience. Just trying to give you like a little disco party in the sunshine. We're kind of just having like a fairy disco party. But the Dragon Man. So the Dragon Man is in Hollywood, and he, that's kind of a good idea. Maybe I'll do that. Oh yes, kneeling. That's quite proper, isn't it? He gave people dragon's tears, and I had heard of the legends of the Dragon Man, and he had various color scheme dragon outfits that were full blown. This is a decade before Game of Thrones, mind you, but like 8-foot tall wings. One was like an all white dragon. He was this beautiful black man, like just deeply noticeably beautiful, right? And he would wear these enormous stilts, these stilt legs, so he was way above everyone, and headdresses, feathers, all of the extraness that you could throw at a dragon costume existed on this man. Every bit of overt dragonness. Right. You're with me. So, I had heard about this for like years. I mean, it was up there in the realm, in the legends of like the Magic Castle, which I have also gotten into multiple times, and I have promised you stories of, but not today. I'm trying to bring you other stories, and there's so many stories to deliver. Maybe I will go over here. The rainbows are better over here. We'll see. I'll get through this story. We'll keep going. I'm so finicky. Yes. So the Dovekins, my friend's band that rolled through town, I got them a gig at the Rainbow Room. Like, I'm actually a really awesome agent and like booking agent, and I've never gone to a normal college or whatever, but I'm good at like getting hype on people and being like, yes, you want this. I'm great at meeting celebrities, just being like, hey, I have something to offer you too. Let's engage in a conversation at least. And you have to approach them like scared animals or small children. It's very delicate. But I'm good at it. I'm great at it. Anyway, I got them a gig at the Rainbow Room, and that was like kind of a big deal for me. I worked this like chain of command, and they rolled through town, and they were busking on Hollywood Boulevard, on the spot, the place that everybody goes, the silver screen woes, and platforms for hoes, baby, in music videos. Okay, that's racy for the fairy. Anyway, I was in a great outfit. The fedora trifecta that I talked about, my friend Stealth gave me this fedora, and we were in a trifecta club with like fedoras, and it made me feel really special. So I had just gotten my sacred fedora, and I was in this great hippie shirt. Like, when you are just, it's hard to feel yourself in Hollywood. Like, every other person that walks down the street, you're like, ew, you're enormously hot. Gross. Stop that. That's mean. So when you're feeling yourself, it's rare and it feels good. And I was. And they were busking. This man walked up who was, it's good to call out when you're judging, because we all judge. But he was dressed rather shaggishly, like did not look great. Looked very dirty. Came up and just had a lot of layers on. And so we didn't know. I mean, you never know what's going to happen in the next 5 seconds in Hollywood. Like, it's a game. It could be really anything. I could go any number of directions and tell you some fucked up oh, I cursed. I didn't do it though. I edited myself. They're busking with all their great instruments, and people were definitely gathering, and I think Bumblebee was there, the guy, the Transformer, just getting it, like going along to we called it boom chuck music. It was very boom chuck, boom chuck, boom chuck, boom chuck, and everybody was getting it, like getting it on Hollywood Boulevard. And the Dragon Man came out of nowhere, and he found me, and he came right to me, and he was in the white dragon outfit, just crystals on his eyes and crystals near his heart and like a crystal sword holder. He had the whole, I think he had a bow and arrow set too with like feather arrows. They probably wouldn't even let you have that nowadays on Hollywood Boulevard. But the whole shebango, and just, you know, beads of these opalescent colors coming from his like wrist cuffs, like every detail. He had the fingernails, eyelashes, I mean, full dragon embodiment commitment on a daily basis. Can you even imagine? And he gave me the dragon's tear, which is in my room in a treasure box, and it was underneath too much stuff. I try to bring you all the props that connect to the stories, but it's a lot. I have to do a lot of digging. But yeah, the purpose of the dragon tears, this kind of stone glass bead thing, you had to make wishes for other people, and then that would generate this like magic boost in you, that by making, and he would kind of guide you, like, who are you thinking about in this way? And so I was dating someone who I'm glossing over a lot of powerful feelings, but they are definitely like one of my mystical soulmates. And I am of the belief that human beings can have several soulmates of different varieties, and love exists on different planes that we don't really seem to grasp in our 2021 Americana vibes, whatever it is that we're doing here. I don't know. But I believe in love on all kinds of levels, but we did both think that it was it's you. When we met, the second we met, he was sniffing my hands. I mean, taking hits off my hands. And I was like, oh yeah, that's the kind of person I'm talking about. Like, let's do this. And he visited me in Colorado. He visited me in LA. And I gotta be honest, summarizing many fathoms here, but like, I need him in this way. He was the only person who would talk to me, and I would say I want to live to be 111, and he would say, oh, come on, Teal. Like, you're being modest. You can aim higher than that. Don't hold back. You know, like that kind of thing. Just beauty, encouragement, real magic, like access to actual magic. Anyway, I don't want to give away too much because I try to protect people's anonymity or whatever. But he did an experiment of sorts in New York City once where he didn't wear shoes for a year, and he got like badly injured on some metal. And he bought me this dress, and I thought I was going to be in his music video, and then things, I'm just going to be real. It was, our souls were connected in a different kind of way. It wasn't that passion, I'm supposed to marry you way. And that kind of just ruined everything because it wasn't that, because it couldn't be that. And like, I've just needed him and needed his words several times over pandemic, and I find that he is inaccessible to me. And that's one of those things that I just have to, okay, that's my job to process. But there's definitely some like geese getting murdered or something's going on out here, you guys. It's very, very much more dramatic than you might think. If you can't hear it, it's like something's going down. And I'm just sitting here. I'm just going to keep bringing you poetry. Yeah, I can't give away a lot of it, but I'm going to give a few snippets. They would send me these epic letters in the most beautiful packaging you've ever seen, like goddess huntresses going through the woods, or taking boats to the underworld or whatever. A lot of goddess culture, a lot of fantasy, gnomes and elves and fairies and realms and things of the sort. But he said, so the words on top were notes I typed in my sleep to remind me what I was dreaming of. Most of them worked, except the bad criminal note. No idea what that was about, but it sounds good. Said, there's a black cat named Iris here, and a stray tuxedo with a white milk mustache, who runs around outside, and we named her Sylvia. She's very sweet, and today she licked my face with a sandpaper tongue, then bit my eyelid, but I love her all the same. Jeez. I feel like I'm living in some Roman idealist, no, not Roman, but Greek idealist world of Apollo and satyrs in the garden. And we're all near naked in robes and sandals, if anything. Not that we are, but seems like that world is here behind a thin curtain. I want to paint. I'm tired of the real world hassles of eating and talking and getting up to pee. I want to have a canvas attached to my hands and a microphone in my brain. Then again, also just want to go swimming. Everything is great. Oh, that's risky. It's risky. I know it's other people's words, but you know what? They're given to me. You can use my words. Anybody, let's all join words together. I've been having this feeling throughout my 54 days here, throughout my poetry of like, should I have said that? Should I be telling my stories? And I don't know when life got like that. Like, we should always be telling our stories. But because of the internet and the overwhelm of it all, there's become this kind of like, everything should be anonymous or needs to be made money of on Instagram, or I'm not sure. I want more rainbows. I'm not sure why the lighting is turned on me, but I might just have to sit anyway for my comfort level because there's more to tell you. This person, though, whom I miss and wish I could talk to in such a specific way, like even just the paper that the photos would be around, like you can just tell that there's a lot of depth there. And I don't know, sometimes you just connect to a soul like you don't know how to connect to other souls, and then when it goes away, you're like, damn, well, how am I supposed to get ahead of that? Especially in a crazy global pandemic where you just really could use a little magic boost. Anyway, I had one other poem, and then I'm going to sit for a little storytelling because I wanted to weave this in, and it's so hard to squeeze it into the sort of time that the internet wants, but I'm just going to keep going. So this was the same time in LA, just feeling my feels, I just liked it. Yeah, it's called Never Go on the 405. Concrete gardens, hidden humanity, shoved into graffiti tunnels. Someone lives here. Is this a life? Boxcars and bruises unseen. Mother Earth is mortified. Oily concrete and caution signs weigh heavy on her heart. Oh, once upon a time, a face in the barbed wire. Did he ever really have a chance? Dying young girls in the gridlock. Imagine what their first kiss would have felt like. There's no telling what they'll do to get out. They dream of having a backyard. Too bad it's a landfill. Fill this land. The dream rots like fruit in the muggy heat. The rusted metal will outlive even the movie stars. The rusted metal will outlive even the movie stars. Anyway, that was actually quite a bit darker than I thought it was. I'm not going to lie to you. I read the first few lines and I thought it was something a little bit dreamy and etheric. And it turned out to be like, whoa, rough day in Hollywood, eh, kid? Oh my gosh. Sorry about that, guys. I'll make up with it. I'll make up with it for it. Make up for it in my story time. I'm going to sit to comfort myself. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, oh, yes, oh, yes, oh, yes. But I don't know if I like that, because... Okay, we're going to go with it. We're just going to go with it. Plants are falling over. See, this isn't working, guys. Bear with me. We're on a ride. We're on a ride. Choo-choo. You're fine. You're fine. We're all fine. We're going to get there. Yeah, now we got some rainbows and, like, a little bit of this stuff. Sure. Have just a little sip of coffee from this morning. I'm weird like that cold cream soaked coffee sip. Gosh, I just feel like I don't have time for it now. Like 30 minutes is pretty long, and I really want to tell you guys about the heart characters, because that was when he was taking sniffs of my neck nape in the balcony, was when I read this person's heart character, and I've teased you all with it before, but it's so involved, and I guess maybe I feel like I'll need to dig up some poetry about it, or make some new poetry about it, and just bring it to you some other time, because I don't know. I want to dive into it, but it's like a whole other at least 30-minute endeavor. So thanks for sticking with me. I'm gonna out it. Maybe I'll do a cool experiment where I just pick up my notebook over there and read you like whatever I flip to. Let's try that. to send it. We're gonna send it. Sure. Why not? Okay, this might be tricky though. Okay. Okay. Why not? Wait, did I do this one for you though? My head's all cut off. Hey guys, I'm still here. I just thought I'd maybe leave you with one more poem, but I don't know if I did this one already. Okay, well this one I haven't read. Feel the momentum, velocity, and impact of all that moves you. Seeing sides of you in me, we will see many more sides of each other in my reflected future. Projecting is not just a figment of something larger. We are moving on to point C. Pain, check. Love, life, unchecked. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh, you guys. I want to give you more. Aw, that's great. Sometimes you gotta feel the good things. This song makes me love being alive and hate it. And love it. I wait for you there like a stone. You all know that song. For all that I've blessed and all of my wrongs, in dreams until my death, I will wander on it. You know the song. We used to just get stoned and listen to that so loudly over and over and over and over and over again. Ready for life to begin. Bus 69. You know you wanted bus 69. Get on the bus. My best friend and I actually rode bus 69 as children together. She went to my elementary for a minute, and we wrote a rap song about bus 69, because how could you not? And it's still going to be famous someday. We're going to get it out there. I just I can't get into the whole... Oh my gosh, here I wrote all the lyrics of that song. On a cobweb afternoon in a room full of emptiness by the freeway. Ooh. This was a movie I was supposed to make. This isn't one of my top 20 that I still have to make, so I'll just give it away. You steal it, then you suck as a person, but whatever. It was called Her Last Driveway Stones. Accepted versions of bright red lip pajamas. My life juxtaposed with a tripped out Stephen King story. After each fearful night, the mother finally does it. She realizes the piercing fragility and vanity of love. She transfixes her gaze up at his red pajamas. Started that, never finished it, never went anywhere with it. That's kind of funny. I don't know. Fun stuff, guys. I don't know. The eels, listen to the eels. That's always good advice. I feel like that's actually like really solid advice. Ooh. You know, I want to do a whole poetry thing on this. That's a good reminder of something I have to do some poetry about for you. Well, I don't know what else to give you guys. I wanted to. You will make your grand debut, shining, dancing, singing, acting, laughing, and hitting the ground running with myself, riding along with the whole world and telling them the truth about themselves. Sure. An uprising of all those who understand to stand up and be heard for a single word or a monologue or an epic poetic moment taken minute for minute as the second hand becomes more fragile and powerful, unstoppable, invincible, empowered, and ready to start, stop and go lights torn down up to the level of what we may or could become, forcefully or gently into and out of our skipping record, a lost file, store it away in the memory banks. No more money for the luxury of feeling better than I did in days ever remembered. Pains forgotten, memories re-seen, like a painting in a museum that's more like a dream, a place to discover what can be known and shown and taught and learned and sought like visions in a madman's brain. I see the last puzzle piece and it's not quite the same as this name of some game piece of mind, body soulfully singing the songs with life are simply there, fair and near, to some distance called fear, no longer living or showing, arriving or going, no way to change the world or dance that perfect dance or sing that perfect song when the world's gone and the player moved his pawn while you read the instructions. Transmission car going down the freedom way, racing at high speeds, and good deeds done for others will pay for itself with interest on some shelf. Some expiration blind date with fortune teller and fate of many restless, many tired, many fired up and ready to go, invited by the roll of the diced body parts, hearts, and yes, they are open. We'll see that we all must join together and weather this unusual storm as the answers form and questions linger and multiply. Just try to see things being your idea of perfect. And within comic and tragic, it will all turn to magic. I feel like I read you the other deep one out of this purple journal, but maybe I read you that one, and maybe there it is again. I kept reading it and being like, have I read this? No, that's brand new. And usually I can remember everything, like everything, way too many things, what people are wearing and what they ate and what they smelled like and what the weather was, what bands were popular at the moment, whatever it is. I'm just really glad you joined me. It was a fun time. I want to keep telling you stories, but I keep saying I'm gonna make these shorter. I'm gonna make them normal-ish YouTube length. Ooh, this is fun though, with this rainbow outro. I just want to tell you about the heart characters in a more profound and detailed way. They deserve that deep dive of their own. So I don't know, I'll try to concoct something specifically about them, and I hope that you chase some rainbows and find a little inner lightness, inner fairiness. I tell you, it was not an easy thing for me to unpack today, but the sunshine was just kind of telling me that that is what I needed to do. Like, child, weave some flowers in your hair and stop feeling so in despair, girl. You need to primp yourself with just a flower and a lady butterfly and try to get a little high and feel a little calmed. I'll bring you more tomorrow, day 55. Oh, right, no. What's today? Guys, Today's 54. Is today 53? I'll do the math. I know there's going to be some weird ones this week. Some things that have to happen out there in the real world that I'm going to have to write about and bring to you. Breaking news, live. But now I'm like confused if I'm on the right day because I kind of thought 55 was Thursday. And now I just don't know what's real anymore. But that's okay. We don't mind. We don't mind when we can't tell what's real. This was my favorite part. When this... Yes. Oh, come back to me. Come back to me. Yes. When we got this on the hand and just kind of... We keep it there thusly. I mean, I don't know. I feel like that's very healing and simple. And you don't have to pay anybody. You just spin a crystal and let your light shine. So do that more. And I love you either way, no matter what day it is. But we'll do some more mind journeying and rainbow and elemental searching and besmirching. No, we don't want to do any of that. Besmirching is naughty. But I guess, yeah, I mean, not gonna lie, there's some people who just left power, I hope, get a little besmirching, but that's too heavy a topic. I just want to keep talking to you guys. Can you tell? I just want to like show you more. But that's okay. We got a good... Maybe I'll just leave you with some of this. This makes a little bit more sense to me, to be perfectly frank. Like my castle storybook. So yeah. We'll just end on that. To every prince who came, she begged, "Please stop and help me, sire." But only one would take the time to free her from the briar. Well, that's rude. Whoa, this thing is complex. This little book is complex. Then to reward the worthy prince, she flew him away up high, up to the tower where he saw the sleeping princess lie. He kissed the sleeping beauty as she snoozed upon her chair. The magic spell was broken, and they fell in love right there. Oh my gosh, that's darling. In the courtyard, castle folk began to stretch and sing. "Tonight we have a wedding feast," proclaimed the queen and king. The wedding party danced and dined amidst the royal laughter. The witch flew off and everyone was happy after. I'm so glad we did that together. Why not? You know, why not do that? Just end with a little unicorniness. Corny and unicorn-ish. Take care of yourselves. I know a lot of people who aren't right now. So I'm just attempting to bring you whatever kind of lightness and truth and also probably a little bit of fear or a lot of it mixed in there. But I don't know, I'm attempting to be there for whomsoever can care or feel it or find it or understand why sometimes it makes one quite grumpy just to try. I'm here for you all who have squishy unicorn souls that are easily wounded and bruised. I want to help those people if I can. Anyone who's got that spongy spirit that feels it and sees it and lives it and dreams it and hears it all the time. We gotta make a holiday for our empaths. Let's do that. That's a fun idea. DM me with some ideas, deets. Big or small feats. Let's make an empath holiday for people who feel everything, where we just heal each other with rainbows and like there's a lot of massage oils and a ton of flowers and candles placed safely and completely safe encasement and poetry and furry, very soft things to touch, yes. Delightful chocolates just a little reward for caring so damn much. And having that lack of a shield. You feel me if you feel me. You feel me if you have a lack of a shield. We should definitely have a holiday though. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm vibing on this look. Just being in this moment with you, even though you're not in it with me, that you have to understand in order to understand that I was in a pretty funky mood right before this. Like I was being a little negative and feeding into some of the slop disguised as nourishing food, and I was just kind of munching on the slop. And so that's why I forced myself to put on a princess dress and forget the rest. Just put on your best princess dress. If you're super stressed, which I know you are. Anyway, that's the only Disney song I've got for you. I wish it was a two-way thing. I don't know how to do the live presentations. Someday maybe I will, but it'd be cool to interact right now and have you ask me to go off on other various topics I could go off on. But see, I already said I wasn't gonna make it long, and then I freaking made it long again. And then I tried to end it, and then I tried to end it again, and then I did like some weird dark poetry to just throw something in the mix. I just want to keep being with you in the light, because you're my peoples. But you got it. You got the gist. You got the rainbowiness. I hope you find bliss. I hope you eat honey and savor it right off your very thoroughly washed fingers, and indulge in pleasures of color and air. And you don't have to go to a bar or get on a plane. You can just indulge right in your space that you're in. I think it's important. I think it's important that we do gentle and luscious things for our senses, because we're being depleted in a lot of crazy ways that I don't even think people have admitted to themselves yet. So you gotta fill that depletion with very, very bubbly baths, very lush textures. You get what I'm saying. Get the sun on your head. Get rainbows in your eyes. Try to sleep and dream nice. We'll talk tomorrow.